What's up, y'all? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I just wanted to get on here to first of all say thank you guys so much for your support, for supporting My Thoughts Are Dangerous and the book and the feedback. I mean, the feedback has been absolutely phenomenal. And I tell you, it was one of those things where I was so afraid to actually put that book out because I have not ever seen someone of my melanated level have as much vulnerability and insight into, self-healing, self-development, and so on. And so when you don't see yourself in certain industries, it's not intimidating. It just makes you you're on a terrier barrier, right? You're trying to figure out I don't know what people think. And honestly, I think you get to this point where you're so tired of being afraid and you're so done with being scared and being afraid that you're like, I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm putting this out here because somebody needs this. The me who I was before I finished this book needed to hear this and needed this perspective and needed my voice. And I feel that we are constantly in need of our own voices. Like, imagine if you could talk to you about 5 years ago. What would you say to yourself? And would the you that you knew yourself to be, would they have listened to you? I was having this amazing conversation with my friend Brian. Shout out to Brian Armstrong. I was having this amazing conversation with him, and we were talking about, things that we'd say to our younger selves. And I remember asking, I was like, would you listen to you? And he was like, heck no, I wouldn't have listened to me, but I would have always remembered the impact and I would have appreciated the fact that somebody took the time to, talk to me and have that, that empowering conversation. But no, I wouldn't have listened. And I was thinking that to myself as well. We were just, having conversation. It was just a beautiful thing. And I just want to say that, haters are going to hate. And it's okay if they hate. Let the haters hate. If haters hate, good. That means you're doing something right. Or if they don't hate, you're still doing something right. You don't need haters in order to, because you know what happens? You start to float so high that people who are negative just kind of either they don't see you because they don't balance out into your algorithm of happiness, self-development, self-care, self-help, right? They automatically get kind of shunned out of your way. And then you end up meeting the people of your tribe. So that's the beautiful thing about this social media algorithm. Most people are like, oh, I hate it. No, you hate it because you don't like yourself. That's what it is, because the algorithm picks up everything that you've been watching, right? Some people are like, I see X, Y, and Z on here all the time. I'm like, that's not on my social media account. I don't know what y'all be watching on your stuff, but on my stuff, that stuff doesn't show up. But it's also the algorithm is a mathematical version of law of attraction. If we were to really break it down, it's it's like law of attraction. So you need to watch what kind of videos you're watching. What kind of things are you into? By the content, I don't even get news outlets that come into my algorithms because I don't watch the news because it's so negative. They have the slogan, if it bleeds, it leads. And I always say this. If you watch any of my videos, you'll know I always say this. They have the slogan, if it bleeds, it leads. No, it doesn't. If it bleeds, why is it leading? Okay, we should be saying, sending our condolences, but that shouldn't be something we focus on. I'm more interested in, a cancer patient that has fought for her or his life and they're still holding on. What inspires them to want to live tomorrow? Those are the kind of stories I want to hear. I want to hear the story about somebody wanting to give up their life and want to commit suicide, but decided to put that gun down or decided to put that pill bottle down. Those are the kind of stories I want to hear. Don't give me no stories about who's running against who to be against me. I don't want to hear that. And as the elections come along, I just want to say, as the elections come along, I just want to say, nobody can incite anything that you are not allowing them to incite. You have your own brain. You have your own mind. No one can make you do anything that you are not willing to do. period. Like, if you need to stay in the house, stay in the house. If you feel angry, if you feel emotionally upset, whatever, stay in the house, stay content, stay and do what you need to do. Don't get caught up in other people's, like, you guys, we're being puppeteered here, and we're way too smart for that. I did not get on this video to talk about this. I didn't, but it's happening, and it's happening for a reason. And I'm just going to follow this divine guidance because I came on here to talk about women's empowerment and how us sisters really need to support each other. But I'm just going to we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow, or maybe in another video. I'll make another video after this. But for the elections, it's so important. I've already voted. I've already, did my thing, but everyone's going to choose for themselves, right? And because we have the choice, we have to respect one another's choices. I mean, you don't have to agree with the person who sits next to you. When do we ever agree? Isn't that the purpose of a democratic government? Is to have the choice? So don't be upset when people make certain choices. It's not for me personally. I know that neither side are for me. They're not supporting anything or anyone who looks like me that's nominated, and it's okay. It just means that I need to position myself. I need to get ready for 2021 to position myself in such a way where, it's okay, and where I make myself relevant and I make myself more out there. Not to say that I'm irrelevant and I'm not out there, but it means that I need to scale myself up, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing because you know what? That means that we care, right? That means that we care. It's not about us yelling at someone else for what they truly feel. If they are convicted to that, then the problem is not with the votes. It's not with people having the choice. The choice is beautiful. The problem is with the American psyche. And that takes us. That takes the individual, right? What is important to us? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's about what's important to us. Because I'm not going to lie, socially, with Biden, I don't know, honestly, because, they be pretending to do stuff. And then with Trump, at least, the stock market is going to be, it's one of those things where you weigh it out and you're just like, do you care about money or do you care about the social? But then at the end of the day, I'm kind of in this in between place because I'm like, neither one of y'all really doing nothing for me or my community. So at the end of the day, and then in the presidential debate, when it came to talking about my community, you guys switched it over to talk about somebody else's community, which meant you didn't really want to answer the question. And then what you did say was a bite, it was just one of those controversial bites that the news does, So it's just, I don't know. At the end of the day, we matter. We matter. We only allow the president to do what they can do. At the end of the day, we are the ones in power. It says we the people, and we still are the people, right? And we have the choice, and we have to respect that. And I'm coming from a place of not being here for years and having lived abroad and having lived in places where I can't even wear my hijab in the way that I'm wearing it without facing some type of, even here sometimes too. I haven't personally experienced that yet. Wait a minute, not yet. Nope. See, we're not even going to talk like that. See, that's how you don't talk. That's how you don't talk. I haven't experienced that, and I don't plan to experience it because you know what? The people who are around me are beautiful people, and they're so amazing. They're so amazing that it just it's for me, it's evidence. It's just evidence that life is going to be spectacular and beautiful. And if you don't think that, you might want to rethink your circles, people. Rethink your circles. Get whatever you need done. Thank you for attending Khadijah Tou Tou's 10-minute TED Talk. No, forget that. Tou Tou Talk. The Tou Tou Tea Talk. That's what it's called. Tou Tou Tea Talk. Anyways, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You guys have a beautiful and blessed day. I'll talk to you soon.